I will always remember what the soldiers had to go through. The mud, the constant shelling and gunfire, and the constant stress with little sleep.
I learned about how it was always wet and cold in the war. When people got diseases like trench foot from standing in the muddy water all day.
I remember the soldiers fighting for our freedom.
We never forgot the conditions the soldiers fought in and the sacrifices they made.
I remember all of the families that lost loved ones.
We can never forget the dead and wounded who fought to ensure our freedom and safety. We especially remember those who were buried in the mud and whose remains were never recovered.
I learned about the devastating effect the war had on the landscape of Europe, and even in Canada as a result of the Halifax explosion.
I remembered that we sent many young soldiers overseas and that many didn't come back.
We can never forget the brave young men who never got the chance to live life to their fullest. The fathers who died and left their children behind, the men who survived but suffered from the horror of their experiences.
I remember the soldiers who survived but who were disabled in the war. They had to find ways to support their families after the war.
I learned how the Canadians used the creeping barrage to take Vimy Ridge when the British and the French couldn't.
I remember when General Currie rounded up the Canadian regiments and brought them all together to fight and take the German stronghold, Vimy Ridge.
I learned about the Canadian soldiers and how their actions at places like Vimy Ridge helped Canada become an independent nation.
I learned that in war, there's no real winner. 15 million dead. How can you say we won when that many people died? Even though there are no surviving World War I veterans, we still have to honor the soldiers that fought and those who died by showing them we will never forget the sacrifice they made.